Hi, Mitt. Hi, everyone. How is everyone? How are you? How are you? So, I was gathering my stuff. I kind of failed at gathering my stuff today. Barb is still streaming. She did a little impromptu stream, so I'm sure that some of you will come over. Hi, Bunny. Hi, Linda. Hi, Christy. Hi, Joni. How's your arm? Hi, Amanda. So, I know I said that we would work on Christmas cards. We're going to have to do it next week because supplies I needed are in storage, and it's not even near where I live. So, hi, Malia. So, I'm going to work on some painty papers because I'm going to use painty papers in my Christmas cards. So, if any of you guys want to make along tonight, this is just a restoration hardware catalog that I got in the mail, and I'm going to cut out some pages from it, and I'm going to, hi, Addie Doll, I'm going to do some, make a bunch of painty papers. That's my goal tonight, is to make a bunch of painty papers so that I have a plethora of supplies for my Christmas cards. So how are you guys? Who's journaling with me? How many of you guys have been journaling with me? Journaling along, doing doing the journal with me, the journal with me series, the gratitude journal. Are you guys? You're doing it, Amanda? Yeah. Hi, Gail. It's too fun to watch me. Well, I have this idea for some Christmas cards, but what I need is I need some of my dies, my Christmas dies, because I'm going to cut out some of the images, cut out some of the shapes with my Christmas dies, and I don't have any of them here. You know, when I put my stuff, hi, Linda. When I put on, you know, when my kids came back home and when I was preparing for my company that was here for, you know, the 2 or 3 weeks they were here, well, actually more than 3 weeks in the summer, I put all my stuff, like some of the stuff I didn't think I'd need, in storage, and of course I need it now. And it's on the other side of the island. Hi, Luz, how are you? Hi, Teresa. You're journaling with me today, Addie Doll. You know, I have to say, it's been a really cool experience for me. This is my journal. Miss Linda McCullum made me the journal cover, and I sewed 2 coffee dyed signatures into it, and so it could really house a lot more. I haven't put a closure on it yet because I figure I'll sew some more in it. Hi, Sherry. So this is what I've done so far. I'll give you guys a peek. This was my day 1. It's all about coffee because that was my focus that day. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Cheryl. And then the next day was the little things, and I did a two-page spread, and I'm going to try to take some photographs of it because you can't really see. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Ann. Hi, Lori. Because you can't see. Hi, Tender. How are you? Because you can't really see the detail of it, but it's got, because I used really flat paint and it's on this coffee dyed paper. I don't know if you can see it very well, but can you see the detail in the stamps? It actually looks really nice. Hi, Lori. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take some photographs because it actually looks better in person than it does, and then YouTube picks up. So this is what I've done so far. We're only on day 6. Today was day 6, which was this little tiny page. Hi, Eva. I feel like I have a frog in my throat. Maybe one of my kids will make me some, if I ask one of them to make me some tea, they will. So that was today. And so we've got 24 more days to go. So I invite you to join in. It's been fun. You've been watching every day? Okay, cool. So for those of you who want to join in today, all you need is your cheap acrylic paint, and I'm doing magazine pages. You're doing a page every day, Cheryl. It's kind of fun, yeah, and sort of cathartic, and you don't even have to get like that. Because the pages are so small, you don't feel like you have to do a huge art spread, right? So I'm going to make painty papers. So for those that want to join in, get whatever you're going to use. You can get these restoration hardware catalogs for free if you sign up for them, and they send you a lot. And this one has 730 pages. So it is 730 pages of deliciousness to paint. So that's what I'm going to do. These catalogs are awesome. They are really awesome. Who knew by signing up for a restoration hardware catalog that you would have an unending supply of art supplies? I know, right? Who knew? So that's what I'm going to paint on. And I can hear some of you say, like right now, like, why catalogs? Okay, for me, because I use these painty papers in collage and stuff like that. So for me, the thinner the page, the better, because then I can add more to it. Now I'm going to go through, because some of these, like, I love architectural things. Like this would be a great background page in my world. That one would be, and not so much anything there, but in this one. But I love these. You got yours today in the mail. It's heavy, I know, right? Hi, Elizabeth. Jean says she's writing in her zine. She's writing in her art journal zine style. Those are kind of fun. You know, I made one of these. I'll have to see if I can find it in my junk. I made a zine out of magazine pages, like painted magazine pages. This lady once told me, and I don't remember what group I was in, you guys, but it was a group on Facebook, a crafting group on Facebook, and she kind of like said, and she thought she was insulting me, and I kind of took it as like, I took it actually as a positive thing. She said, you know, you and your recycling. She was sort of like, you know, she was sort of like saying, you know, like, you know, the rest of us take our images and then throw away the magazine or something. And she just said something like, you know, the inference was that I was like a purist. a purist, but she meant it in an insulting way. And I thought, you know what, that's a great challenge to see if I can make a complete, if I can completely use a whole magazine. You know, usually I'm looking at it for the images, right? But it was great. It was a great challenge to see if I could use a magazine for the whole magazine, and I did. So at one point I made those zines. I took these, I'll have to look, and then I glued them all together as a big journal. I've done some ridiculousness. I'm not telling you guys to do it, but I'm telling you what I've done. And so you folded 3 for the month. Yeah, it works great. Yeah, it works great. So then you can use what you have. You know, I am not, can you hear me clearly? I am not anti-good crafts. I'm not anti-fancy craft supplies. I am not anti-anything. I am all about you do what works for you. You know, because sometimes people will write me, oh, you just, you know, you and your recycling. And I know for some people, they don't like it. I mean, they don't want to, not that they don't like recycling, but they don't want to use it as their art supply. And I get that too. No judgment here. Absolutely none. So I have a bunch of pages. And this is what I'm going to, and I don't know where they're going to go. And I never have a plan for them. I'm just going to, I have to leave my fan on, you guys. I'm in my new makeshift craft space, and it gets so hot that I have to leave the fan on in here. So I'm going to take my stuff down. You know, I also like painting on newspaper. How many of you guys have painted on newspaper? Painting on newspaper is sometimes the most you get between magazine pages and newspapers, you know, it just depends upon the surface. Some magazine pages have such slick surfaces, and depending upon what kind of products or paint you're using, I'm just gonna tape the top one down so that it doesn't blow all over, because I have this ceiling fan on. And for those that don't know, I live in Hawaii, so it never gets cold here. Jean says she's not much into journaling, so the small space works for her. I totally understand. I totally get it. You know, I think that's why this journal, this little art journal for me, has been easier than most of the journals that I use, because most of them I use are much bigger. So it's, you know, it's much easier to just journal in a small space. Yeah, I like phone book pages too. I do too. They give away phone books here at our grocery store. Do they do that where you guys live? I have paintbrushes. I have some of these. These are like foam, you know, that kids fun foam. And I've run them through my die cutting machine, so I have like some different shapes and stuff. I also have a couple of stamps. My favorite, as I call it, my Carla Cage Fish concentric circle stamp. I have my small jelly plate, and I have all sorts of acrylic paints close by and also on the floor. Because you guys, my New Year's resolution is going to be to get so organized that it doesn't matter if I don't have a space to create in. Hi, Kayala. You like newspaper too, Addie Doll? You know what my favorite ones are though? My favorite newspapers are you know, the ones that you get as the throwaway ones from like the sale things, like the grocery stores. I don't know if do they have that? And you live in Canada, don't you? Do they have that in Canada? Those sale. You know what, I was surprised when I was in South America. I was in Bogota. I haven't been in a while, but when I was in Bogota, they don't really have junk mail, you guys. They don't really have catalogs. I know, and they're a pretty sustainable country. Like, they recycle everything. It's quite amazing. It's quite, if you've ever gotten a chance to go to Bogota, it's quite a clean city for as many people live there. So, how are you, Miss Kayala? What's going on in your world? What is going on in your world? I'm gonna use my tiny jelly plate, and don't freak out. I know I haven't cleaned it off, but it's okay. It still works great. Even if it's not cleaned off, you can still get some. I have my big jelly plate close by too. Where did I put it? I had it like right here, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll use that. Guys, this is what happens when you try and art in a tiny space. Okay, I have my big one too. So I'm going to use this as a paint palette, as a paint roll-off. I was surprised at the lack of junk mail. I would think that they do have magazines though. I did get a few magazines from my friend's house. And somebody's going to say, why a jelly plate? You don't really need one, but you can put down lots of colors and layers in super thin form using it. And this is my favorite size one. Somebody gave it to me a couple of years ago for Christmas, and I have used it and used it and used it. I don't sand these pages, Jean, because these are really thin. Some of the pages, like if you use like the cover of like a Vogue magazine or one of those types of magazines, you may want to sand it, because it definitely can, you know, be slick. But you know what else I've used? I use this, you guys. I do have really nice paint. I don't just only use cheap paint, but for me, what works and how I use this is this really inexpensive acrylic paint, and I like the flat one. Now if you get the gloss one, it's sort of translucent, so that can be fun too. But I like the flat paint better, because then you really don't need to sand. Hi Scotty, how are you, Mama? How are you feeling? Painting with diamonds. Ooh, I haven't done that yet. How many of you guys have painted with diamonds? I don't know who was. Somebody I know was doing it. They got a kit in the mail. I've seen it. Is it sort of like, and Kayla, tell me if I'm wrong, because you know I'm not experienced with it, but it sort of looks like when you paint with like a paint by number. Am I wrong? But you're obviously doing it instead of, you're doing it with those little stones. It looks pretty cool though. Can you guys hear Charlie's little nails? Her little clippy cloppy nails. She's got her nails going on there. I also brought some of these. Funkin' Wagnall. How many of you guys have been able to score some dictionary pages? I mean, what do you want to call it? Encyclopedia pages. Or encyclopedias. I usually are giving them away free because they're pretty obsolete now, but. You thought you were hearing wind chimes? Yes, I do have bamboo wind chime. Though it's not that close. It's like on the side of my house, right near my room. So what are you painting with it? Yes, you'll probably hear the birds. You'll hear the wind chimes. You may even hear my kids if they decide they're going to be really loud. You guys would have had a good laugh today. The first time I tried to make my video, my journaling video. As I was chatting, my daughter walked in and just starts talking to me, even though I had told them that I was making videos. And so then I had to start. I hadn't even really started making art yet, so that was kind of good. So I don't think I have my tool here. My favorite tool. Of course I don't. So that would make my life way too easy. Anyway, so she started chatting when I started. So then I had to do it over. So then I did it over, and I started the page, and I was really into it, and then I realized that the camera wasn't on. So the third time was a charm. So today's video was sort of like a whole hodgepodge. It was a hodgepodge. You're making brownies? Ooh. Hi, Happy Ray. How are you? So how many of you guys have done painty papers and are into making painty papers? How many of you guys are into painty papers? So I usually cut mine up and put them in my journals and my collage and whatever I've got going on. How many of you guys, how many of you are into it? I thought I had my tool over here, but I don't, because that's just how I'm rolling today. How many of you guys have been a little stressed out today? We made brownies a couple of days ago. It was one of our neighbor's birthday. You know, my littlest one, she's so sweet. So her little best friend on the block, his parents and his grandparents live in our neighborhood, and it was his grandpa's 70th birthday, and so we made him brownies. She was like, she calls him Mr. Gramps. She was like, Mr. Gramps, it's his birthday. So we made brownies just a couple days ago for his birthday, and I don't even know if he likes chocolate or whatever, but she wanted to make him brownies, so that's what we did. She's so sweet. She's like always thinking about other people like that. My challenge today was not to let the outside influence affect me. Yeah, I can totally relate. I can get it. I totally understand what you're talking about. Yeah, so today's meditation I think will be really good for those that want to stay at the end. At the end of the stream we'll do it. And I was in Barb's stream for a little bit, and while I was looking for my dies, you guys, I had convinced myself that I certainly didn't put them in storage, and spent like 2 hours looking for them. You know, it's like, no, they're in storage. That's just how my life is going lately. It's all good. All good. Anyway, but I heard her mention at the end of the stream about the meditation I do, and you know that if you've never done a guided meditation, it's kind of a fun way to try it. And I agree, you know, because so many people are afraid to meditate and don't really, because you know, you're like, oh, that means I have to get really quiet, or that means I have to, you know, whatever it is that you feel is a challenge for you. Well, I can tell you, after you do it for a while, especially in a guided state, the difference between a guided, there's lots of differences between a guided meditation and a silent meditation or whatever. Obviously, the given being the silent part, but if you're new to meditation, a guided meditation can often help you to, quiet your mind, because it occupies your mind while you can go into a deeper state of relaxation, because somebody's talking, and it keeps that chatty part of your mind busy. So it's fun. You adore Jack Mail? Malia says she does everything from scratch. She shops at a thrift store and book sales, and the only real things she buys are paints. Yeah, that's pretty much me. I did buy a die cutting machine, but this was several years ago. So when I left my big art job, my big corporate job, you know, I've been an artist my whole life in some form or fashion, done art in some way. And I come from a family of artists, so doing art is not like a, you know, it's just sort of like just an extension of who I am, you know. And so I told you guys I was a jeweler for a long time, but a fine art jeweler, or a jeweler that used really, not super expensive things, but, you know, the supplies that go into jewelry, people don't think about it. Like when you go to, like those craft shows and stuff that you see at like a craft fair anywhere, it doesn't even matter where it is. You know, when you see a pair of earrings that's made with any sort of semi-precious metal or whatever, it's got, you know, metal's a commodity, so it's got money into it, not just your time and your effort. So I used to make really nice jewelry and stuff, and you guys know I live in Hawaii, so there's lots of tourists that come here, and I used to be in Artist Guild and all kinds of stuff, do all that. Well, when I left my big corporate job here, I went back to making jewelry. But I would go to those art fairs and stuff, and people are here on vacation, and it's very expensive to live here, as I've shared with you many times. And, you know, I would go and sell my stuff in hotels. They have these like art fairs where you can meet the artist, and you go and you set up. It's hours worth of work, you guys. It's like not just making the stuff, but you go and you have to sell it all, right? So I used to go and do all that, and I would find that people would just, I mean, a pair of earrings that maybe took me 20-30 hours to make if they were metal smithed, you know, people would like, say you had them priced at $100. Yeah, to figure that more than half the money is generally your supplies. So I bought a die cutting machine because I was tired of the girl next to me who made her jewelry out of, I think she made it out of plastic, you know, like this, it's meltable plastic. It's a product. I'm not quite sure like exactly how it is, but it's pretty cool. It's like a moldable plastic. But I used to get discouraged because she would be like right next to me with her moldable plastic jewelry, and she would sell her earrings. She would sell out, and here I was, you know, like struggling to sell a few pair. And granted, I had stuff that wasn't always $100, but anyway, I decided I bought myself a die cutting machine. I gotta let this one dry, and I'll start on the next one, and then I'll come back and add more if I feel like it. I bought myself a die cutting machine so I could make jewelry from soda cans, because it was a faster way for me to cut it, and that's why I bought it. So I bought it like, hi Rosie, I bought it like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, maybe even longer ago than that, 5 years ago. So I had this die cutting machine that I, well before I had this YouTube channel and made these tin can earrings. And you guys have seen it. I have them on my channel. Made them, so I did them with alcohol inks. They're like cool. You guys, did you guys see the most amazing Happy Mail that Rosie sent me? You guys, I swear it made me cry. Rosie, the stuff you sent me, so nice. I'm so appreciative. And I didn't do the file folder thing that you made proper justice. I should definitely, if I didn't have all this paint on my desk, I would definitely get it out and show everyone. Maybe if I clean up in time, I will. If you guys haven't watched the YouTube video where I show you the Happy Mail Rosie sent me, she makes the coolest things. She made me the coolest art journal, which I can't wait to start using. And then she made me, she did some cool stuff. You made those too? What did you make? You made those tin can earrings? Well, so back up to the tin can earring story. So the tin can earring story. So I bought my die cutting machine, and I bought these, I had these enormous flower dies. And the biggest thing at the time is nobody drank soda or anything in my house. So I had to, we had to like find something we could drink, or I found people that, anyway, it was ridiculous. So I started making those earrings, and you guys, believe it or not, I would sell out every single time I'd make them. And I'd sold them for like, I don't know, $12 a pair, I think. And I put really nice beads and stuff on mine. Yeah, I would sell out every time. Isn't that ridiculous? So that's when I kind of like stopped making nice jewelry. The scrap keeper is so awesome, and I didn't, you know what, I was so overwhelmed. I'm not, Rosie, I was just trying not to cry because it was just so generous of you. The scrap keeper is amazing because I loved how you sewed it together. You should do a tutorial on that, Mama. It was awesome. You should do a tutorial on that. Guys, please understand that all my painting stuff is gonna, it will all, I know it kind of looks like a big hodgepodge at the moment, but as a component, it looks great. It just doesn't look great as a, I don't know, some people's painting papers look really good. These are sort of hodgepodge. I guess I'm feeling kind of hodgepodge, so that's probably why they're hodgepodge. Feeling hodgepodge today. That scrap keeper is brilliant. How you sewed it together. I should have like shown it. I was just, it's amazing. Hi Jane, you're lurking. And I love those bags that you made, Rosie. Now, were they made out of the bags? You guys, if you want to see what I'm talking about, go over and look. I think it's like a couple videos ago. It'll say Creative Wings Happy Mail. And you guys can see what Rosie sent me. It's so awesome. It's like, It's off the charts awesome. Those bags are made from what? Were one of them made out of dryer sheets? Because it felt like super textured to me. But maybe I'm wrong. But I loved it. I loved everything that you sent me. Hi, Barb. Hi, Jean Peter. You think that it's a hodgepodge kind of day? Jean, I'm telling you. Today was like, if that hadn't been successful though, when I finally made that video, I would have just said, okay, we're not even gonna make a video today. Because I was like, after 3 attempts, I'm like, okay, that's just it's a hodgepodge kind of day. Yeah, the energy's gonna kind of, I don't know, for me. I'm only speaking for myself, and if it's not true for you, please, by all means, it's not true for you. I'm not trying, anybody, you can have your own whatever. I'm not trying to take anybody's anything. I have a paint called Pavement. I'm just looking to see if I had any of my yet. I love these plastic canvases. I can't remember who sent them to me, but I love them. And I also have this, and I like this too. You got sweet happy mail from Jessica and Care. Oh, that's so good, Scotty. Aww. What happened, Jean? What are we saying? Oh no to? I missed it. If anyone had crossed me today, who knows what could have happened? Oh, girl, I think you're singing my song. Today was just an odd day, okay? And it's early here. It's only 4 o'clock here. Your patients have been non-existent at all last week. Oh, I get it. It's cooking parchment paper. Oh, it's cooking parchment paper, and then you used to boil food, and it's quite strong. Oh, I love it. It does have a great feel. One of them felt like it was really textured, like I thought it was a dryer sheet, so it felt like it was on top of something. Hi, Liz. You got your Mandala Madness deck? Oh my gosh. So you guys, so I know I said I'm not buying anything for Christmas. Okay, but I changed my mind. I'm only going to buy gifts from artist shops. And I need 0, but so if you guys want to treat yourself to something, go and get Barb's Mandala Madness cards. And go over and support her. They're awesome. I finally finished sewing the signatures in my journal to do my Mandala Madness journal. And I finally did that, so hopefully I'm going to start that soon. Alright, I know some of you non-messy artists are like probably freaking out because mine is such a mess. Girls, you got to go with it. This is this is how I create. I create better in mess. At least on my desk. Not in my life, but on my desk. I create better on my desk. I create in the mess on my desk. Okay. These are those plastic canvas things for those plastic canvas crafts. So I am going to buy a few things from some artists. That's all I'm doing. I'm not buying any. And I had talked with my kids, said make me a list of what you want. I think I'm just going to give them money because honestly, except for my little one, honestly, it gets too much sometimes. Mess is a mess. That's just how I create better in a mess. You're a mess maker, Gail, too? Okay. Maybe you'll draw one in your gratitude journal. Oh, Cheryl, that's awesome. You should. I could do that in my gratitude journal. Those cards are like a Zen deck anyway. So even if you don't, like, okay, so say you have somebody that's like really like a new age spiritual kind of person. That's a perfect gift for them. Can I tell you? It like really is. You don't even have to be an artist, you know? You're good, Lola. Volunteering to give positive energy. Awesome. A mess is a mess. I'm a messy crafter. I'm a messy art. You make, yeah, Jane says she makes art. Shopping bags from drop papers. I hear you. Oh gosh, one year, you guys, I wasn't even at my house for the holidays. I was visiting a friend and had my kids, and you know, that's a whole nother series of events when you take your children. You're not at home and you do all that sort of thing, right? Well, I took my kids and went to a friend's, and she brought this, like, we were at the beach. We went for Christmas. We went to the beach. My oldest daughter must have been, my middle daughter was young. She must have been like, I want to say she was probably 2 or 3. Maybe, yeah, 2 or 3. So my oldest daughter had to be like 10. And so, you know, we were staying with some friends, and we bought a Christmas tree. It wasn't anywhere near, it was like a couple of hours away from where we lived. We bought a real Christmas tree, and we just made, I went to the local, they didn't even have a craft store in the town. So I went to like the local hardware store and got a few, whatever they had. And I had brought like some watercolor paints and some crafting, you know, art stuff to do with my kids. And we made those salt dough ornaments. How many of you guys have done that? You know, you mix flour and salt and water, and sometimes you can put like cinnamon or ginger or something in them so they smell good. And so we did that. Well, my friend that joined us, it wasn't her house either. She brought a suitcase full of, are you ready for this? Crafter after my own heart. She brought a suitcase full of old Christmas cards. And I was like, initially I was like, wow, that's kind of intense to bring, you know, when you're going to stay in like at a beach house. But she brought this thing of Christmas cards, and see, I told you I'm gonna have to tape my stuff back down. It's gonna blow everywhere. And we made gift bags from her Christmas cards. It was brilliant, you guys. Brilliant. Crafter after my own heart. Christmas, we made gift bags from her, but she had, I don't even know where, they weren't even all to her. Like, she must have gotten all of her colleagues after Christmas to savor all of their all of their Christmas cards. And she was a big executive, so I was laughing to myself because she didn't really know that side of me, so she thought she was treating me to something good. Hi, Dad. Hi, River. If I haven't said hello to you, it's because I'm not looking up. Everybody, chat me in caps. So, you guys go over and support each other. Jean Peter makes amazing, amazing artwork, and she made me, I don't have it close by, but she made me the cutest purse. And I really love it. So I got a cute, I have a couple of things that she's made. She's a wonderful artist. And so, I don't know what kind of Christmas sale you're having, Jean, but I'm assuming you're going to have one. You made, Lori said they made gingerbread men with salt dough with your daycare classes. That's cool. Yeah, I think what we made when my kids were little, and you know, of course, I should have put some more. We had them for years. I think we might have a couple left, but eventually they just sort of fall apart if you don't add some sort of preservative to them. We made pigs, because when I went to our Christmas tree had pigs, hearts, I think, and cowboy hats. It was something really ridiculous, but when I went to the grocery store, or where my friend, where the beach house we were staying, the only cookie cutters that they had were pigs and cowboy hats and hearts. So our Christmas tree for many years adorned pigs, cowboy hats, and hearts. Painted with, I think I brought some cheap paints with me. Somehow we had paints, but they didn't have it was, you know, my kids, we made a big seashell angel one year. I mean, that was the year I think we collected seashells and made a seashell angel for the top of the tree. It was fun. Okay, I'm gonna have to straighten this out. So one year, one of Hottie's sons is an amazing, amazing artist, and Hottie's an artist too. So you guys, every year we have a creative time. You know, I buy him art supplies, and our rule is you have to make each other some things. So what did he make me last year? Oh, he made me angel wings. I wanted him to carve me I wanted these. I was doing a project and I needed angel wings, and he made me a big angel wing stamp. He made me something else, but I don't remember. Not terrible. He's paid me paintings and of course cards and that sort of thing too. But yeah, he's one of his sons, his oldest son, is a really good artist, and my little one, she was little then. She must have been about 4. She wanted mermaids, so he drew all these mermaids with just like construction paper, and we cut them out. And so one year our tree had paper mermaids that she painted and glittered, and they were awesome. I don't know if guys, we've moved, and sometimes the paper stuff doesn't last. You know, especially if you... Hi, Amberly. You love pigs? Hi, Lynn. No. No, it was just pretty ridiculous, though. Pigs. It was pigs, cowboy hats, and hearts. The hearts I just cut freehand, but the pigs, like, you know, she wanted a snowman or something like that my kids did when they were... There was no snowman to be had. Guys, there was no snowman. There was no snowman cookie cutters in the middle of nowhere where I was. Ridiculous, ridiculous. That's how I rolled. That's how it was. Just gotta go with it. I have some stencils. Maybe I'll stencil some stuff on here. Hi Renee. How are you, Mama? How are you? I appreciate a thumbs up, you guys. You guys, somebody gave me a thumbs down in my gratitude journal. Is that the most ridiculous thing ever? Like, who gives somebody a thumbs down on a gratitude journal? I mean, just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Who gives somebody a thumbs down on a gratitude journal? Barb, your camera stuff was good today. And I know you didn't like that paint, but I liked the paint. I mean, I know it's a little bit weird or whatever, but the color wasn't your color. But I liked it. I liked it, Miss Barb Owen. Who gives somebody a thumbs down on a gratitude journal? Okay, just saying. Just saying. Pretty ridiculous, yeah? Just laughing. People take their YouTube a little too seriously. Like their critique is gonna be like, I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. It's good for you to bust out of your comfort zone. Barb was on today. I almost missed it too, Jane. You know what was weird is that I got it in my notifications on my phone, and generally, on my email, right? And generally, I can click on my channel, and it'll, up in the top, the notifications will come up. The notifications were not there. Like, if I hadn't, and sometimes I don't keep the notifications that I get on my phone. I delete them because whatever. I get so many emails or whatever. I delete them because I know that I can always go to my, because I know that I can go to my little icon on my subscription thing, and it'll take me there. Well, it wasn't there, so I don't know. YouTube's going through its own changes. Carla Cage Fish and I were talking about the other day. We're talking about like all the new things that they're doing on YouTube, and how, sometimes, and I think that the average person that has a YouTube channel may not be super techie, and so like all these new things that they keep putting out, or all these new whatever. It's a little, sometimes in my world it's a little too much. But you guys can pipe in and say what you think. Okay, you can't even see that on there. So let me see if I can do it with this. It could be just by the fact that I have black paint on there. Messing with your notifications. Hi, Taz. Christmas shopping can be stressful. So that's why I say support your local artists, you guys. Support your local friends. Support your Facebook friends. Support your Crafting Mamas friends. I mean, most everybody has some sort of an Etsy shop or something. I mean, wouldn't it be great to like know that all the shopping that you did this Christmas, this holiday season, you were actually shopping the person, not the big corporate bottom line. You're actually like supporting somebody, and I don't know. That's just the way I feel. But you guys know, you gotta do what you gotta do what works for you. Right. I know this looks like a hodgepodge mess, but it'll be good in the end. Trust me, it always comes out good in the end. It's been a long time since you've got notifications. It's way too, I know, right, Carla? How are you, Miss Ma'am? I loved your little journal. I wasn't there the whole time because I've had my own shizzle going on. Got my shizzle going on like everybody else in life. And my shizzle today was like, I don't even want to talk about it. It was so silly. Oh, where's my Carla Cage fish stamp? All right, guys, I'm blind. It's right here. Oh, here it is. Anyway. Anyway, so I don't want to learn new things for YouTube, but evidently the Creator Studios is going through a lot of changes. Okay, how about this YouTube Premiere? How many of you guys have used it? I think it's stupid. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I think it's stupid. Not that YouTube even cares what I think, because I'm a peon. You know, I'm nothing in YouTube world. But I think it's stupid. I think it's just completely and utterly stupid. I think that you know, I mean, I guess for those that never live stream, it might be really good. But this is the thing that, so you get this notification. I'm just going to vent. You guys can say whatever. You can pipe in. So you get this notification that somebody, you know, the notifications are not always on as it is, right? So we all know we struggle with the notifications. So you finally get a notification. You get super excited. I'm just speaking for myself. You get super excited that you got this notification. You're like, oh, so Barb's going live. Let's just say Barb did a YouTube premiere. I know you didn't do one, but so you're like, oh, that's awesome. Barb's going to do a YouTube. So you get this notification and you go over there and it says, in 3 days, there'll be a premiere. So you're just like, okay. I mean, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so now I have to wait 3 days. And if you don't know somebody's doing a premiere, I don't even know if you get the second notification. So maybe if you, and then, you know, during the premiere only works when you're in the stream, right? I mean, when the one time, so you can't even go back and reread the chat or whatever happened with the premiere. You can't even go back and reread that. So anyway, you heard me vent. I did my venting. I'm done venting. Done venting. I vented. Okay, guys, my thing is going to be cut up small, so I can already hear somebody going, that is just a big mess. It's going to be cut up as components. So yeah, it does look like a big mess, but it'll be great when YouTube Premiere is this option they give on a channel that you can like sort of like make a big deal out of the premiere of a video. I can see where it would probably work really good if it was like a music person, like, you know, you were gonna you wanted to, you know, premiere a new music video that everybody's been waiting on. But for the average person, I don't know. And then like you can be there live watching with your people, watching your video with your people, and then the chat is like live during that time only. Okay, during that time only. So I don't know. If some of you think it's great, good. I was like, so the first one I got, I told you guys I was in a video hop, right, with some other people, and I got this notification that, well, then we all had to make our, you know, when you do a video hop, you all make your videos, and then you, I was looking for this purple metallic paint that I have, but I can't find it. So you know, you make your video, and then everybody else makes their video, and then you all, I'm using my jelly plate as a palette, guys, and yes, it will come off. I could actually put some really cool tape on it, and it'll be awesome, but that's what I'm making right now. Making a mess. That's what I'm doing right now, making a mess. Because next week when we make Christmas ornaments, I'm going to use this in my Christmas ornaments. You don't have to pay. You think you soon have to pay to watch and use YouTube? I don't think so. I was thinking about that. I haven't gotten any notifications as a creator, so let's don't spread rumors until you get a notification as a creator. But the premiere thing, you could, you know, you can go and chat. So back to my story. Sorry, I was looking for that paint, got off track. So this person put their video up, the person that was doing the hop with, I was doing the hop with, and it came up. When it took me, it came up to, when I clicked on it, because I wanted to watch the videos before they aired, because that's kind of the part of the fun of the hop, right? You get to see everything before everybody else does. So I go on there, and it takes me to a live stream, like a live screen chat, like a chat that we have right here. And I messaged her and I said, "Are you doing YouTube Live?" And she's like, "No, that's a premiere." And I thought, okay. So I actually went to her premiere. I went to the premiere of that. And it was kind of cool, but in some ways, I guess, you know, if you get the notification like a week before the premiere, are you going to remember? And with how shoddy the notifications are on YouTube, I don't know. I think we should work on getting notifications before we add like all these bells and whistles. That's just my feeling. But what do I know? You guys got my 411, okay? You totally got my 411. Okay, this one's black and done. I don't think they're going to charge. I really don't. You know, I really don't think they are. I mean, they may charge for like their own, like special sort of services, but I don't think they're going to charge. YouTube would charge themselves right out of business. You know, that the best part about it, and the best competition that they offer all these other major studio type things, is the fact that they're offering free content. They're offering free content, and you know, we're offering free content. They're offering a forum to promote that free content. Just like somebody else yesterday was really freaking out saying that YouTube was gonna, about this Article 13. Did you guys hear about that too? That where they're going to it has something to do with YouTube and right to privacy and European countries and what have you. And I got it from a creator that lives, because I think she lives in Spain. She sent me, we were chatting about it. She, you know, she said this Article 13, something about limiting, you know, whether they were going to let go of European people were going to be able to do YouTube anymore because of this Article 13. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, you know what? YouTube's a business. YouTube isn't going to do anything that's going to put itself out of business. So let's look at it this way. Charging would be one thing, right? Right? If you started suddenly charging for what was look at Ustream. How many of you guys used to go over to Ustream and now you don't go to Ustream because they charge? I mean, they charge you to have a channel and they charge you to watch, right? So, YouTube is a big business. I don't think they're going to shoot themselves in the foot by suddenly charging. Now, I'm not saying that they may not charge for, you know, premium services. I know that they may charge to like a cable station to if you wanted to view, you know, per pay content or whatever, but I don't think so. I mean, basically, it's like the world's best consignment store, YouTube. You know, it's like basically everybody's giving them free content, and you know, they make revenue from it. I don't think they're going to start charging, and I'm not going to stress out until I would think that they would let their content creators know before they even considered that. Back to the European thing. So some of YouTube's biggest some of YouTube's creators with the largest audience are European. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I imagine that they're right there fighting Article 13 to comply with whatever their privacy rules or their privacy notifications that they're asking for are. Because think about it, some of the biggest YouTube creators are European. I mean, I'm not a gamer, but even I know who PewDiePie is. And where is he? Is he in England now? But wasn't he originally like from Denmark, or I don't remember. Guess I'm not up on all that, but my point is I don't think it's a big business. I don't think, first of all, I don't think they're going to make that extreme changes. Now, they do have a Premier service or a Red service where you can pay monthly without having to watch ads. And I don't know what that costs, but you can do that. So for those of you that the ads are really annoying too, you can pay for that. You can pay that monthly fee and not have to pay ads. I mean, not have to watch ads. But I think it's two different things. I think there is a YouTube Premier service that they're offering for you to pay for your subscription so you can have it ad free. And then I think there's something called a Premier, like a YouTube Premier, where you can go and talk to creators when they're making their stuff. Like sites show hard to skip ads. Okay, cool. So Liz is saying she was at someone's, hi Jackie. So Liz saying she was excited to be able to interact. Who did the live stream that used it? She was so excited to be able, she was commenting on somebody using a Premiere. She said she was so excited to be able to interact with her subscribers in real time that she can't do her art in the live stream, and it was a lot of fun. Well, that's awesome. No, Carla, actually, if you go and look at you actually get paid by those people that pay for their services. So if you go look at your YouTube, because I'm not as good as Stacy Pink Poodle Crafter. She's got, like, she can pull up all her screens. Maybe one day I will be able to. So if you go, you actually get paid as a creator. Not a lot, but it'll show you, like, you can look at an ad. You can look at your YouTube money, the money that you make from YouTube, which is not a lot. You guys, I don't think, look, I think it depends upon where you are in the world and who's watching you. Okay, so and I think it depends upon how many subscribers you have as well and stuff like that. And, you know, I make very little off of YouTube. But so on the thing where it shows you, like, if you look at where, I can't pull it up for you, but you can look at your AdSense and it can show you what you make. So when somebody views your video, like, but you need thousands and thousands of views, you guys, before you even make like 30 cents. So it's like, whatever, that's just how they've made it work. So you go on there and you can see where it'll show you, like, if you look at the breakdowns of it, it'll show you, like, it'll show you the breakdowns of YouTube Red, right? Of who, and that's the subscription thing. It'll show you that, like, how much money you made from YouTube Red watchers and how much you made from, you know, other. Jackie says some ads are political, and there is a Scientology ad that I saw that was 26 minutes, and she's sorry she skipped that one. So there is a way, just for those who, there is a way that you can filter the ads shown on your channel. And generally, you know, like when you're putting so YouTube does it a couple of ways. The algorithm works in a couple of ways. It works in a way where you're like, where it's based on the title. It works on how you've tagged your tagged your video. And I'm sure that there must be some way, because sometimes mine get flagged, you know, because of, I don't know, maybe we've said some word in there that they flag, that their algorithm automatically flags. And then they'll send me a notification saying that that video is not able to be monetized, and then I have to say, no, have a real person listen to it, not a computer, and then it usually all works out fine. But you can actually say like what kind of ads you want or don't want. I mean, not to the, like, you may not be, like, you probably can go in and say I don't want any sort of political ads running on my thing. You probably can say that, right? And you probably can say I don't want any, like they ask you, you know, do you have children in this video? Are you appealing to children? Are you doing this so that they don't show what other kind of ads, you know? But I want you to know something. Your ads are based on what you yourself search. Did you know that? So like the ads that come up for me will not be the same ads that come up for you. So I had somebody, I don't remember who it was one of you guys, who buys these certain kind of shoes. And she said, she wrote me a message and she said, I can't watch any more videos right now because every time I watch your videos, the shoes that she orders online all the time were coming up, and she said, this is my weakness or whatever. So I started thinking about it. I was like, that's weird, because I've never seen those ads come up at all. But it's because they save, that's that whole data mining thing that Facebook got in trouble for. So unless you clear the cookies on your computer, and maybe even if you do clear the cookies, maybe there is a way that they keep that data. I don't know. Carla Catridge says her September 11th video got flagged because she put 911 in the title. There you go. Yeah, they are. Lynn was saying that they're demonetizing channels that have auto voice, which honestly, I think that's awesome. Because quite frankly, you know, people that do put real creation, think about it. You know, people like you and me, we're just like, we're not some big television studio. We're not some big internet marketer. We're just hanging out with each other and making art and, you know, being like real people, like, and like a kind of like a quilting bee, except we're doing it via Painty papers or whatever we're making, right? So, you know, we're real creators. We're not automated creators. So I don't know. I'm grateful for the form of YouTube. Do I think other things are going to come out and change it? Yeah, they do. I mean, and let's just face it, you know what? Somebody else out there right now is probably creating something to take it to a different level. You know? If you filter the ads, they don't get paid. I've never heard that. You guys, I make so little from YouTube. Trust me, it's not. That's why when everybody was getting upset about their partnership program and not being like, not being monetized, I just wanted to say, I don't know what you guys, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wanted to say, well, you know, I put up a lot of content, and I don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Some of you other YouTubers pipe in. Some of you other YouTube creators that have. You can talk about if you feel comfortable talking about it. Now, I'm not saying that the Casey Neistats of the world aren't making a living doing it. Obviously, they are. I mean, I'm sure he makes a living. I'm sure that's the only way he makes a living right now. I mean, besides his other gigs or whatever, you know, he gets advertisers. He's got 10 million subscribers, so he's got like people that are, you know, I'm trying not to. This is the hazards of crafting in a small space. I'm trying to put my paintbrush down so I don't. You're having trouble with the chat? I'm sorry. Ads can be very loud. That's my only concern. So then, you know, skip them. You guys, I skip them. I'm terrible. I mean, if it's somebody that I mean, I don't skip all of them, but if it's like too much or it's something I don't want to see or I've seen 200 of it, I skip it. Gail's saying she asked YouTube creator if she could do something about the long commercials on her videos because she wanted to support her. But the ads were so long, she said she couldn't change them. You can, Gail. You can. You can opt in. And I don't know if you can change the length of the ads, but you can put, you have some control. Now, you may not be able to change who advertise, you know, you may not be able to change, but there is an option on there when you're making your video and you're monetizing. It says to you, you could just have those little ads, those little ones that come up in the box. What are those called? I don't know. There's certain kind of ads that so I could just have those on my channel. So Barb is saying, I don't know if you can change the length of it, but Barb says she does YouTube because she enjoys it and to let a lot of people know about her membership site. If it changes too much, she'll do something different. See, there you go. Malia says she watches movie trailers so she can find the movies she wants to watch since she doesn't have television anymore. I agree. What is testing question mark? You mean the YouTube site testing? Is that what you're saying? Is that the question, Carla? I don't know. I don't know what the question mark is, Mama. What is a narration channel? It's where they have automated. Your comments are disappearing. You mean from the chat? I don't know. The chat's just doing something weird. It was frozen for a little bit for me. So, but I sometimes think it's me because I'm in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, so I don't know. Hi, Shazzy. Hi, Rhonda. I don't know what you're here now, Carla. I don't know. YouTube's been having its own really glitchy stuff. That's what I'm saying. I don't think any of us should get super upset. There'll be something new and different. That's why it's good to, if you really do like somebody that's on YouTube and you have the capacity to follow them on another social media platform, if something does change, you can get to it. So like if they do suddenly start charging and nobody wants to pay, then we'll just go over to Facebook Live. I haven't mastered Facebook Live yet, but you know, I can do that. Go over and stream on Facebook. I'm not a huge Facebook fan. I only use Facebook for my art sites. I really don't post much personal stuff. If I post anything personal, it has to be something because it's inspired me. That's all. Guys, I think I'm ODing on my paint here. I need my book pages. I need some book pages. You know, so I'm not big on Instagram, but I'm going to start doing Instagram because so many of the people that I love to follow are on Instagram, and that's it. Jackie was experiencing the same thing. Oh, Carla, I've had it happen. I've been in a chat before and my chats don't show up. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Because I'm like, okay, maybe YouTube has it out for me. I don't know. I think right now, because YouTube is going through its own changes or whatever, I think there's a lot of little glitchy things going on. Stuff that we may not. I'm mad that I don't have my painting tools. I have to tell you, like, what did I do with it? I have like 3 painting tools that I love, and they're usually right here, and they're not here today. I don't know. And you guys, my journaling pen disappeared yesterday, today when I went to journal. I was like, okay. And I have a strict rule. Please don't take anything off my desk. So you know somebody did. Because you know it wasn't the dog. I'm just going to look under my little painting things and see if I have my painting tool, but I don't. Anyway. You like Instagram more than Facebook? Okay, well I have to try looking for it. I am on Instagram, but I think my Instagram name, Rosie, is Love Junk Journals. I don't have anything posted. I'll have to see if I can make a Crafting Mamas one. It may already been taken. Liz is saying, I was saying that I was the one who had the shopping problem. It won't let you post a brand name. I know, if somebody said it was you, Liz. I was like, oh no. So they see there they go. Oh my gosh, Barb, it is a Pilot pen, and it's missing from my desk. It is gone. I will have to, you guys, and the thing is that it's a Pilot pen and it's in Japanese. I think it's a Pilot. Joni, did you say it's a Pilot XP? You guys, I have to say I love it. It's got like a brush tip on one side and a really fine pointer on the other. And the one I got is like a gray. It's like not totally black, and I don't know. I'll have to go and break down and buy another one. Pilot G2, is that what it is? Do you know where I got it? I got it at Ben Franklin. You guys, it's the only crafting store we have here. And so the other day, this is going to sound so bad, you guys. So the other day, my daughter, my littlest one, she said, Mom, will you make cupcakes for this Halloween thing? And I was like, great. And she said, and can you put them in those spider papers? You guys, I must have bought like 3 years ago from Ben Franklin cupcake papers, because they have a big, our Ben Franklin doesn't have a big craft section, but they have a big baking section. They have all those Wilton cake pans and all that stuff, right? So I said, sure. So I went, that's why I went to Ben Franklin, was to buy those spider cupcake things. Of course they didn't have any. Of course, because it's the only crafting store we have, it was probably sold out. They were probably sold out whenever they got them in, and they probably got them in the summer, you know, because, I don't know, you guys, things don't work that, like, if I wanted to buy, this is going to sound so ridiculous, so I'll tell you my Christmas tree story, and then you'll just shake your head and go, like, what? So, I went to buy her those papers, and then I got sucked into the pens. How many of you guys are, like, sucked into the pens? I got sucked into the pens. I got so sucked into the pens, I was like over in that pen section for I don't know how long. So that pen was there. I was like, oh, I love this pen. Is that ridiculous? So ridiculous. Yeah, it's a privately owned Ben Franklin. Is it the Furoshiki? You know what, Liz? Liz, I don't know. I will have to go back. And it wasn't expensive. You guys, it was like $3. Or maybe it was $3.95. It was not expensive. Okay? Usually those kind of, in the pen section, put it this way. You know how some people have an affinity to like go somewhere and they'll be like, oh, when I go shopping, I only find the most expensive whatever. You guys, when I go shopping, I only find the most expensive pens. Like art, like I can go shopping and they can have everything on sale and it'll be like, oh, and then they'll have like one thing in there. I'll be like, I love that. And everything will be like $5.95, and I get up there and mine will be like $25.95. How many of you guys ever have that? I wanted to try the sprays out on this magazine page. I haven't used these sprays on this Restoration Hardware magazine. They work really good on a Vogue magazine, but I don't know about this Restoration Hardware magazine because the paper's so thin. But it might add a dimension to it. Anyway. So it was Liz's teaks that she put on her. Liz's teaks were the shoes that she had. She can't watch they were putting the teaks heads. Ben Franklin, you haven't heard that name? You guys, that's all we have. It's been here. It's been the craft store here for 40 years, I think. I think that's their claim to fame. I think they're on Oahu, Maui. I don't know if they're on Kauai, but they're on a couple of islands. You guys all live in the South Pacific, okay? You got to take what you can get here. So I'll tell you my ridiculous Christmas story. So when we first moved here almost 10 years ago, my littlest one was like 3. Maybe she was 2. I don't know. Anyway, and I always have this tradition in our house that I always, when my older kids were small, that I would ask them, like, what kind of Christmas tree do you want? And, you know, like, we've had all kinds of Christmas trees. Like, we've had pink ones, we've had white ones, we've had real ones, we've had green ones, we've had all kinds of them. And, you know, and I let them pick what they want to decorate it with. I mean, we've had dolls on our Christmas tree, we've had candy, we've had unicorns, you know, and usually it's of the handmade variety. It's not necessarily a store-bought anything. So my daughter, my littlest one, said, she must have been like 3. She said, she wanted a white Christmas tree. So I'm like thinking, no problem. You guys, it was like the beginning of November or something. And so I was like, oh, no problem. You guys, they already start putting stuff out here for Christmas, like in October, okay? And so I'm like, okay. So, you know, I saw a couple of white Christmas trees and I didn't think anything of it. Well, like, I was mentioning it to my neighbor. I said, oh, you know, we're going to get a white Christmas tree. And she was like, you better go get it now. You guys, it's like November 10th at this point. I'm like, what do you mean I better go get it now? She said, you better go get it now. She said, they will all be sold out. And I'm like, yeah, right. Now in my head, I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. You know, that's like, don't overreact. You guys, so it was like the beginning of November, like November 10th. I happened to be heading toward, we have one shopping mall on our little island. And I happened to be, I don't know, getting something for our house that we needed. Who knows what. Something, looking for something specific, sheets or something silly. You guys, I go into Macy's. We have a Macy's, we have a Sears. At this point, we have a Macy's, a Sears, a Walmart, a Kmart, and a Home Depot. Okay? That's what we have. Those are our choices. So I go into Macy's, and all of their Christmas decorations are sold. They have these gigantic trees, the 10th of November, and they're like decorated to the hilt. And at the bottom of the tree, it says, this tree is sold with the decorations on it. It is sold. Do not touch it. Do not take anything off. I was like, what? Then I went to, and it was like all of the decorations were gone. Everything was gone. Every single thing was gone. Like, I was like, the 10th of November. I was like, are you kidding me? So, you know, here's this little child who wants a white Christmas tree. So I'm like thinking, and you guys, I was like, at one point I thought, well, I've never made a Christmas tree. I guess I could make one, you know. I'm like, so I went to Walmart, sold out of Christmas. They had green ones, not white ones. So I was like trying to butter up, and they had like the last 3 artificial green ones. I was like, this is ridiculous. 10th of November. Same thing at Home Depot. They had some gigantic ones, but you have to realize we lived in a tiny house then. I mean, we don't live in the same house, but we lived in a tiny house. I was like, we can't fit this, like, it won't even fit in our house, you know? And I was like thinking, well, maybe I'm going to have to buy a tree and I'm going to cut it apart, or I don't know. I was having my own thoughts. I end up, and this is the 10th of November. So my sister calls me and she goes, what are you doing? You're like, it's like a Saturday or something. I'm like, I'm looking for a Christmas tree. She's like, what? She said, since when are you, like, you're not a, and I said, they are sold out. They are sold out of every Christmas tree. I said, you would not believe it. She's like, are you kidding me? I said, no. And so she's like talking to me. She's like, what are you going to do? And I said, I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to get online, see if I can get one shipped here in time. She goes, what? She said, buying it. You know, it's like so shocking to me. You realize this is like 10 years ago. I end up back at Macy's, and I'm like, I just ended up back there because I had bought something, whatever I bought, I went to take it back. It didn't, whatever, whoever I bought it for wasn't whatever they wanted. So I go back in, and I say to happen to be waiting there to return my things at the return counter, and I hear this man like telling this lady something. They're sort of arguing about something, and then he's like, it's $80, and she's like, it's $80, and they're arguing about something, and then she just like leaves, and she's like, I don't want it. It's too small for $80. So I, for whatever reason, I said, what is she talking about? That's too small for $80. He said, this Martha Stewart white Christmas tree. You guys, this Christmas tree was about, I don't even think it was 3 feet tall. It was tiny, tiny Christmas tree. A Martha Stewart Christmas tree. She had ordered it and was returning it. It had gotten delivered or whatever. Was returning it to Macy's because she thought she was buying for $80 a big artificial tree. It was the tiniest white Christmas tree you can possibly imagine. So guess who doesn't believe in consumerism but broke down and bought an $80 white Christmas tree. The 3 foot, 2 foot tall Christmas tree. Guys, we had it for a really long time. Oh, so anyway, it's gotten a little better since then because, you know, my kids are over it. What? Hi, Dania. What happened, Dania? What did I miss? What I should have done? What hours ago? It was ridiculous. Oh, Barb, and every time we would pull the Christmas tree out, we were like, I said, let's take a moment of silence to celebrate this Christmas tree. And my family was like, what? You guys, an $80 Christmas tree? I would never do that. Whatever. You guys see my ridiculousness, okay? My total absolute ridiculousness. We gave the Christmas tree away when we moved off the island for like a minute. My job, the big corporate job, had transferred me. We lived in Las Vegas for all of like 6 months. And we're back here, and I gave it away. You guys, now it's like, I say to them, if you have any special requests, you got to do it now before the holiday thing. Nobody has any now. It's ridiculous. They can't go in the art room without me. What? You'll know what'll happen if they do. What happened, Dania? Who went in your art room? You have to protect your stuff. They stole your stuff. Audie Doll said her grandchildren destroyed the brush she uses for her silk painting. Oh no. Hi, Dana. All right. This paper's so thin today, and I'm not having a successful painting paper day, but that's okay because you know what? I can add layers to it later. I don't have to like get all caught up in it. Guess I'm not all caught up in it. It's going to be cut up into pieces anyway. Some of the painting papers that I make I love. Some of them I'm not so. These are alright. I mean, they're going to be cut up. Wait till we make the ornaments and you'll see. They'll be, I mean, the Christmas cards, you'll see. You won't even see what they were. And if you do, you do. I don't have my tool. I need my tool. I need my jelly plate tool. I'll look for it. Where is it? This paper is so thin that even using a brush on it, it's just not, it's just too much. The brush on this painting paper thing is, using a brush on the painting paper is not, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's better if I get it wet. Anyway, that's my... The same with Halloween costumes, you guys. That's why I was so irritated at my daughter, because I had said to her, like, I asked her, like, back in August, what do you want to be? for Halloween. You know, they can't even imagine it. It's not because I really am that big of a planner. It's just because if you don't get it down, and if it's something you need to make or whatever, it isn't going to happen. I brought my gelatos over here. How many of you guys have art supplies that you haven't used? Me. Me. Okay, this one's getting better. It's getting so much better. It's gotten some really tiny grid lines on it, and I'm liking it. You like my gratitude journal series? No, thanks, Barb. I wasn't feeling very much gratitude today when I had to do 3 takes. When, you know, I was like, okay. I was like, this is like not, I was like, okay. I'm having a wonky day. I'm just going to let this wonk go with it and just be done with being. It's been a fun series. I'm enjoying it. You know what I'm enjoying most about it is that I've let myself off the hook to make anything beautiful, and I'm doing it for myself. How many of you guys have gotten into that where like you don't even want to break the page because you're like, is it going to be something I like or not? Well, the whole point of an art journal is for it to be like your messiness, your whatever. I have a confession. I have not journaled on coffee dyed paper. I think I might have written a couple of notes. I'm not a big coffee dyed paper person. I mean, I like Kool-Aid dyed paper, which has a different texture to it. I'm enjoying this coffee dyed paper, but I have to say it's sort of like, because my general palette is loud and trash, it's sort of, it's probably making me sort of more subdued than I would be. Does that make sense? The other thing is too, is I've given myself, this is gonna, although a couple of the videos have been longer than 7-8 minutes, I'm trying to do it in less time, because, so my hottie, you guys want to have a laugh? Okay, so my hottie was like giving me the 411 about my YouTube channel, because I like Barb do it for my, I'm liking this one. I don't know if you can see the little tiny grid marks, but it's going to be a great piece cut up. Just do it, break the page. Oh, I do it anyway. Yes. You feel the really, yes, it is a practice of gratitude. It is a practice of gratitude. It is totally. So, what I was going to say, so he was like giving me the 411 about my YouTube channel, because you guys, he used to have a really big, he's had several YouTube channels in his life. And when we moved here, we let go of everything. You guys, we let go of, like, for those of you wondering, I'm taping it to my bedroom closet is right here next to me. It's a big glass. It's a big mirrored closet door. You know, the kind that nobody wants to have in their bedroom, but this house came with it. And I've taped my painty papers on there. So, because I don't have a place to let them dry otherwise. Before, in my craft space, when it was in the other room, I got hangers from, oh my God, what is that store? Old Navy. I do have an Old Navy here. And I got hangers from Old Navy, and I would hang them up there. I like this one. Yeah, that one's one of my favorites. You have stuff you haven't touched in 10 years, Carla? You're saying that? Yes. Use some tape. 10-year-old double-sided tape. Oh, no. So the coffee dyed paper thing has been a little bit of a challenge for me. I mean, really, it's been a challenge for me because I'm not, okay, we all have our own thing that we really like, and I know a ton of people love coffee dyed paper. And I'm not criticizing your love for coffee dyed paper. So please don't write me some comment that, oh, you know, but some of us, I mean, I make it, I put it in journals. I make journaling kits. I put it in journaling kits. I make it. I enjoy the process of making it. But I wouldn't say, I mean, sometimes I cut it up and use it in my greeting cards. But I wouldn't say, you know, I'm not a printable girl. Not because I don't like printables, but because the cost of the ink is so expensive, and I just can't, like, the thought of, like, spending all that money on ink cartridges, you know, so I don't do printables. And I don't do, And I really don't do journal on coffee dyed paper. I do it on junk mail. I journal on painted paper. I journal on, I mean, I've made greeting cards and stuff with my coffee dyed paper. I've made embellishments for journals with it. I've put it in my journals, but I mean, I'm not. So it's been sort of a challenge for me to journal on it, because I look at it and to me it's like, okay, well, it's already got its color, you know, and I haven't. Maybe I should paint on some of it. So I don't know. That the journaling thing has been. I always journal for myself. Usually I have journals I can't show anybody, because it's like where you're just like venting, you know. What do you call it? I think you call it a brain dump, Barb. Is that what you call it? I have those kind of journals, and I have journals where I just try to, like, especially when I was making jewelry, I would draw out jewelry designs or ideas that I had and write notes and, you know, put color swatches and, you know, that sort of thing. I have that. When I was a costume designer, same thing. You know, I would draw out, swatch it, draw it out. But coffee dyed things is like a new, that's like sort of a new thing for me, as far as like using it so much. So here Carla's saying she made a Cocoa Crispy box book with coffee dyed papers and used to smell fabulous, right? They do smell great. I didn't see Meridell's paper doll. Oh, you mean her is it you mean the one where she's doing her nutcracker? Is that what it is? I dye with instant coffee, Jackie. I find I get the best result. You can't tell me what you really call it? I use instant coffee. I find that's what works best for me. You guys, I use instant coffee, and I'm a cheater, you guys. I don't do anything the way I think you're supposed to do it. I just do what works for me. That's why I always tell you guys, don't do it my way. Do what works for you. I think my Christmas cards are going to have live fluorescent pink in them. What do you think? I've seen her. I saw the one. Is that the one you're talking about? She did them in a Friday night stream. No, I didn't. I didn't watch her Friday night. I was doing my own stream on Friday night. I'll have to go over and watch her Friday night stream. I saw a little bit of it, but I didn't see all of it. I will go over and look at it. So I'll definitely go look at it. So this is what I do, and then you guys can tell me how you coffee dye your paper, okay? I'll have to go and look. I didn't see, because I've seen her make other things. I try to watch. I love watching Meridell, but I don't watch her on the night I'm streaming unless she's still on after I get off. I try to go at the beginning when she's on, like at the beginning of her stream, and watch her, you know what I mean? Like, and say hi and whatever. But I haven't. So my coffee dye paper, I use the cheapest instant coffee. I find for myself that works the best. Okay, I have had both. I have done nicer coffee, and they're really sweet. Oh, I'll have to go watch them. I love her. She's so creative, and I love her. I really do. So, we're talking about the Mary Attier. Her name is Meridell Abrams. She's awesome. So, I buy the cheapest. This is what I find works best for me. Because you guys, I've made journals and for people and books and whatever, and, you know, done it with coffee dye paper because they asked for it. I take the cheapest coffee possible, the instant coffee, and I mix mine in a spray bottle. And I use a spray bottle that was once something else, and I've cleaned it out. So if any of you guys have, I think mine's a fabric spray and wash kind of thing, you know, like one of those bottles. And I have washed it out a million times, and then I made my coffee in it. And I make my coffee in it. And then I spray mine. I put mine, if I want to do them, if I do them outside, then I just lay them down and I spray them on the ground, and then I let them dry, and then I flip them over and spray them. That's what I do. This last batch that's in my journal, I stuck in the oven. So what I do is I laid them on the oven. I put a piece of paper down, foil or something, and I put the papers on top of it, and I spray them, and then I put it in the oven like 200 degrees, 250. You could put it on higher, but you got to watch it or it'll burn. But I pile them all on top of each other. So I'll spray them, and then I'll put another layer and spray them, and then put another layer and spray them, put another layer and spray them. I could have like 6, 7 layers going on, all sprayed, and I put them in the oven, and I watch them for like, I don't know, I think it takes maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes to dry. And then I take them out. That's what I do. I cheat. I don't do them like, I'm sure if you guys have watched other people do them, I know some people like, you know, they put them in a pan and they dip them and then they lay them out to dry on the table and all that stuff. Girls, that don't roll like that here. It just, I can't roll it like that. I just can't do it. It just doesn't work that way for me. Okay? It just doesn't work. It doesn't work like that in my world. Jean's saying use a foam brush. It works good for fast coverage. So I don't even use a brush, Jean. I just use a spray bottle. But I could do that. Foam brush would be good. Lynn says she uses dollar store coffee. And I think that's great. Now I know some people. Hi, Lucinda. I know some people do flavored coffee or add like vanilla or something in their book so that it doesn't smell like coffee. I haven't done that. Melissa, she's going to start spraying or brushing. You know what? I like the spray thing just because that's what I have. You don't. Cheryl says she doesn't like the idea of paper in the oven. Yeah, but Cheryl, on 200 degrees, nothing's going to happen in there. You put paper, you know, you just got to like watch it. And you just don't leave it. And it dries really fast. That's what I do when I'm in a hurry. Scrappy paper dolls, that's what you're making? You're making scrappy paper dolls, Lucinda? We made them last time out of those. Remember we made the ones last year? We made the paper dolls out of dog and cat heads and whatever. I'll have to use a foam brush. I haven't. Yes, the lowest setting with the door open. Yes, Lynn. The lowest setting with the door open. Because you do have to be careful when you stick them in the oven though, because sometimes you can dry them out too much and then they get really brittle. So you want to make sure that you don't. You can hang them on a clothesline if you wanted to. If you have a clothesline, you could do that. You could do your clothesline. Hi, Aunt Beck. Beck, when is your quilting thing? You soak your pages in a 9x13 Pyrex pan, Liz? That's awesome. I do like the crinkle texture. Mine crinkle. Now, some people iron theirs. Girls, I should have ironed mine for my art journal, but I didn't. Okay, because I will say, gluing my things down on them, it's not flat, but it's all good. Aunt Beck, tell us when you're quilting. Sewing Bee season on Thursdays at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. So you guys head on over to Aunt Beck's Creations. If you look right next to her name and click the 3 little bells or the 3 little buttons, it'll take you to her channel. Subscribe and then click that little bell button so you can hopefully get the notifications if YouTube is notifying anyone. And she is going to do her sewing bee season on Thursdays at 2:30 Eastern. So you guys go over and do it with her. I'm going to. Did you guys watch Carla make her mini book today in an hour? She made her mini journal in an hour and she journaled in it. It was awesome. I didn't get to see, I wasn't there for the whole thing. I was there for part of it and I enjoyed it. I always want to be there for the whole thing, but I had to do an online thing and it was like, have you guys ever taken these online, have to do like an online class or anything like that? Where it's like a seminar type of thing and you got to sit through the whole thing because they can see when you leave. That's what I had to do today. It was ridiculous. This week they're making, Aunt Beck's making wine bags. Ooh! And something else. Wine bags are awesome gifts. Those are great gifts. Alright, you guys want to hear the most ridiculous story of my week? Okay, I might as well just fess up and tell you guys because why not? You're my peeps. I won't tell anybody. Haha, right? It's only between us. So, for those of you that don't know, I live in Hawaii. If you're new, I live in Hawaii. Anyway, so I was my littlest one. You guys, it pretty much stays the same. It pretty much stays daylight here. We don't have daylight saving time. And it's pretty much sunrise and sunset are similar. I mean, it does a little bit. So like during the summertime, it probably stays sunny until daylight until 7-ish. And during the wintertime, it's probably, I don't know, 6:30. You love the smell of coffee, Lucinda? Yes, for the insurance license. You need to watch a replay. Oh, Cheryl, I love you. Anyway, anyway, it is a good gift, right? Even if you don't drink one, it's a good gift. You can put apple cider in it. You can also put like you could put anything in it. Anyway, so you know, I told you guys I have my older kids are visiting me. My older kids, and I don't know. I think they were going to Greece, but I think he got off for a better job somewhere else. I think we were talking about it yesterday. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to jinx it, and I want them to do what they want to do. Even though I've enjoyed having them here. So I have a 12-year-old, and my thing is we really don't do devices in our house. We do, when she comes home from school, we live in a neighborhood with lots of little kids, and she plays outside. She rides a bike, you know, plays kickball. We have like a big picnic table in our carport, and they come over and play cards or do art out there or whatever, you know, whatever the kids want to do. So I like to discourage her from, we don't watch regular TV, we do have Netflix and all that sort of stuff, but I discourage her from like that sort of thing because, you know, she has her whole life to do that. What time is it here now? It's 5:45 here. We don't change daylight same time, so usually I would stream at 3 o'clock, but now I stream at 4 because that's what time it's 9. I try to do it based on East Coast time, so that's why. So today I streamed at 4 my time instead of 3. I usually stream at 3. So, you guys, I sort of live in, when I had a corporate job, I wore like business suits. And I've gotten rid of most of them. I did keep one because I know as sure as shooting as I get rid of it, my last whatever to wear to work, I'll need it for something. So I kind of live in these sort of like shorts and t-shirts. And I wear black all the time. Why? Because when I was working, you guys, when you work in an art gallery, you don't want to compete with the artwork. She wore black. So most of my clothes are black. So I usually am wearing like shorts and a black t-shirt. And if I'm like doing my thing inside or whatever I'm doing, making art or whatever I'm making, because I do make my own art, aside from, I don't just do painty papers and this sort of thing. Hi, Val. I saw your post today, Val. I'm sorry you're not in Vegas. Val lives in Hawaii too. Val says there's Ben Franklin stores, 4 on Oahu and 1 on Kauai, and 3 on the Big Island. There you go. They're 2 different owners. We only have 1 here. Okay, so so iron people still do that. Yes, we do, Lucinda. So my daughter, she's playing outside, and generally, like, and she doesn't take a phone or anything with her, and generally, you know, like, she'll come over and say, I'm going to be down the street at so-and-so's, or whatever. You know, the kids are all over our neighborhood, and I love that. You know, like, kind of old-fashioned kind of thing. So my oldest daughter, she works online. She's a graphic designer, and she's, like, in the middle of some project, and her husband's online on his computer doing something else. And I asked him, I said, have you seen the youngest one? Because I don't know what I was doing, but I was in the middle of doing something. So they were like, no. And I said, well, why don't you guys go out and get her? And my daughter's like, I'm in the middle of something. And then my son-in-law was like, whatever. So I rush and I put on some pants. I grabbed some pants that are in my drawer. Like, I have, like, gardening clothes or whatever. Because I had these shorts on. So I took the shorts off and I grabbed these pants. I put them on. And I go outside, you know, into the street looking for her. And we live in a cul-de-sac. So I start walking in the cul-de-sac, and I see her. She's down at the far end because it's getting dark a little early. And she's at the far end, and they're playing basketball. They're, you know, trying to shoot hoops with this ball. And I yell to her, and she and her little friends all come over, and they're all chatting with me and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, time for dinner, you know, like, you gotta come home. She's like, okay. So her friends, they walk back part way to our house with us and chatting. Guys, this happened to me yesterday, okay? We were chatting. How was your day at school? I'm asking one of the little boys, you know, how was your day at school? What'd you do? That sort of thing. Did your grandpa have a good birthday? You guys, I've been wearing these shorts all day, so I was like thinking, and these pants are like pedal pusher pants. And they're ones I use to garden in. I have 3 pairs, all the same color. And I usually wear them, you know, do yard work, that sort of thing. You guys, all of a sudden I'm feeling like, I was like, wow, these pants are something, and they're kind of loose anyway. And I was like, these are kind of weird, whatever. I felt like kind of breezy. You guys, I had an enormous hole in the back of my pants. An enormous rip. I was mooning my neighborhood. You guys, mooning my neighborhood. So we get inside, and I said to her, when I realized that, I'm like, okay, we gotta go home or whatever. I said to her, you know, I said, you have to tell me. I said, I was laughing so hard. I said, you have to tell me when I have a hole in my pants. Okay, you guys ready for this? Okay, you ready? I had a puka beyond a puka, okay? All right, my puka, my butt was hanging out, okay? And all of this happened because it was like getting dark outside, but it wasn't dark enough. Trust me, it wasn't. Remember I told you about how my neighbors with me running down after a hottie that day with this coffee on the roof of his car. Okay, ready? So my puka was really big. So I'm like telling her, I said, you know, you're my peep. You got to be my peep. You got to like tell me like, hey mom, you got a hole in your pants. You guys, you got to tell me, mom, you got a hole in your pants, or like you got something in your teeth. I'm like explaining to her. She's like, you guys, this is ridiculous. She's like, okay. And she's like, okay. She goes, I thought you knew. I go, what do you mean I thought? Now I have 3 pair, the same color. Okay, 3 pair. I had 3 of the exact same pair of pants. Because that's, you guys, I don't like shopping. So if I find something that I like, I just buy. If they have 3 of them, I buy 3 of them, right? It's just like, I thought you knew. And I'm like, no, I didn't know. Jackie, I was. Jackie, I was. Read what Jackie wrote. Yes. Yes, Jackie, I was commando. Okay, because I had all these like bike shorts that I usually sit around and do my art in. I have 3 pairs of those too. They're like, you know, and I was. Yes. Yes, Jackie, you get the whole thing. Get the whole picture. Okay? Wait, it gets better. Okay, it gets better. So I'm explaining to her how she has to, like, she's my peep, right? She's got to be on my side. She's got to tell me when I have stuff in my teeth. I'm like, that's what family does. That's what your friends do. You tell your friends when they have stuff in their teeth and when they have a hole in their pants. Yes, Lynn, definitely. It wasn't a full one, but a partial one, okay? Yes, or when you have a piece of ham on your necklace. Yes, Scotty, you have to tell people. Okay, so wait. So then she's like, I thought you knew. I said, why would you think that I knew? Okay, are you ready for this? She goes, because you were wearing them when Dad was here the other day. I thought that's why you sat down in a chair. I said, I had a hole in my pants when your dad was here. Okay, I didn't tell you guys, but my ex-husband came here. He was here for like 4 days, and he didn't stay with us, but he took her, and he came to drop her off, and he came 2 hours early, and my older kids were like, anyway, it's a ridiculous situation. They're not speaking to him. He's done some really rude things to them, so they won't talk to him. So they're all here, and I think he came early because he hoped that they would be talking to him. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So I'm standing on the driveway with my ex-husband for almost 2 hours with my ass hanging out, and my daughter didn't even tell me. Okay. And I find out, of course, I don't even find out when he's here. And it was another thing, like he suddenly showed up and my kids were like, he's at the door. My older daughter's like, he's at the door, and I'm not answering it. And I'm like, oh my God. And I was in my bike shorts, in my little patio off my bedroom doing my thing. And he was here. So these pants, I have 3 pair of them. Needless to say, I threw out the ones that had the hole in them yesterday, but I didn't know they had a hole in them. Okay, because they're kind of big pants. They're like capri pants, but you know those ones that are kind of, what do you call them when they're flowy? I don't know, flowy pants. I don't know, like yoga pants, or not like yoga pants, but like I don't know what they're called. Anyway, yes, you guys. So, and you know what? He didn't tell me that my ass was hanging out. Yes, Dana said he's seen it before. Dana, yeah, but a very long time ago. Okay. This is the shizzle that happens to me. Okay? This is the shizzle that happens to me. Gauchos. Yes, Aunt Beck, like gauchos. You know, they're kind of flowy. They're like, yes. This is what happens to me. You guys, it's like, sometimes I just go, whose life is this? I can't. I'm like, whose life is this? Yes. Yes, you guys. Dania, I love you. Dania goes, well, it's fair. Your ex gets to see what he's missing. You're ridiculous. I have not worn a plastic garbage bag as clothing. I've never done that. I haven't done it. I have not done that. I have made costumes out of trash bags, but I'm more than, anyway, you guys, that was my life. That is my life. So needless to say, I threw those pants out. Well, I cut them up. Oh my God. You guys, this is just my life. Adijal says I needed some air, that's all. You know what I did, Taz, is I cut them up because they're made out of this really cool, they're made out of like linen, and I cut them, I cut them up. I cut them up and I'll use them for something. I'll sew them into, I don't know. Don't you love it? I thought you knew. My daughter's like, I thought you knew. I was like, it's like, as long as you've known me, would I have ever, in my wildest dreams, ever worn, ever gone out with a hole in my pants? Never. That's my life, guys. It's really, it's real. Oh my God. Stacy knows painting and full moons. See, I know it's ridiculous. What her subconscious mind manifests. Oh my God. Yes, she has gone native. I was totally native. Oh my God. So that was my day yesterday. So just when you think that your life can't be any more ridiculous, you can just picture mine. You can just jump right in and picture the ridiculousness of my life. Because you guys, it was ridiculous. It was beyond ridiculous. It was so beyond ridiculous. It was so beyond ridiculous. You guys, it was like, I was like, seriously? I thought you knew. She thought I knew. Oh my God. I thought you knew. Like, in total, and she was serious, you guys. I thought you knew. I was like, honey, I didn't know. Just newsflash, I didn't know. I didn't know. Oh my God. Hi, Therese. It's like, see? And you paint your nose and I use my you guys, Dania says, I dress like that all the time. When working on projects. I had to go out today and vote, and my granddaughter told me, please put on clothes. Oh no, you guys, since I don't work that corporate job anymore, and if I have to go somewhere, I dress. Okay, but I live outside. My whole backyard is like where I am all the time, you know, and it's warm here, you know, so let's face it, like, if I don't have to put on a bunch of whatever, but yeah. And painty noses and painty butts. A Walmart wardrobe. Oh. No, the pants that I had are actually really nice. I bought 3 pairs of them. Actually, I had 3 pairs of them made for me. I went to India, like, I don't know, a while back. And when I was there, I had some clothes made for me. And I love these pants. I really love them. I mean, they're like linen pants. And you guys, it happened because I was getting dressed under duress. All of a sudden, I had to, like, leave. The computer bouncing on stomach. Comfort first, right, Aunt Beck? I totally agree with you. Oh, no. Malia, see? Girl, I think we're kin. Dania says, Shelly, I'm like you. I gave away suits and jackets and a few nice clothes and threw away and gave away makeup. I don't wear makeup anymore either. You already know your bra story. Yes, I did put on a bra when he came home, and I did put on a bra before I went out yesterday. But the pants thing, it just totally took me off guard. I wore them so much I wore a hole in them. You know what I think it is, Gail? You know, like, I hang my clothes out to dry, and the elements here, dressed under duress. I was dressing under duress. Trace says it reminds her of working and a big truck recovery and getting battery acid on your pants, right? Oh my God. You try not to pee in your... You guys, this is my life, okay? Your neighbor was 93 when he said that to you? Oh no. I'd have been like, you guys, I don't know. Like, I do, like, okay, so I told you that Hottie's parents came. I told you that, right? They came here last week, or I don't know. They were here for like almost 3 weeks. You guys, I've had company. I had my ex-husband and my in-laws, okay? It was ridiculous. Okay, I'm liking this paper. I don't know if you can see it, because you can't really see it. I'm not zoomed in. I don't have the barb camera set up, but I like the way it's coming out. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm liking it. Anyway, Tracy says she tore her jeans off mid-highway crash scene. Didn't even think about it till all the guys stood there looking at you weird. Oh no, because, oh my gosh, Trace. No, I haven't done that. I just, like, walk around my neighborhood and flash my neighbors. Oh my God. You guys, they saw me when I was running after Hottie with his, with a coffee cup on the roof. Remember I told you guys that story too? That was so ridiculous. Alright, it's my last 2 painty papers. I don't even have to finish them. I can do them. This is so ridiculous. Malia says, yeah, she hears a little four-wheeler in her bras on no matter what. You guys, I have developed, this is so weird, and I don't know, maybe your body just, I know your body changes over time, but, and I know we've had some hilariously funny talks about boobs and stuff like that and bras, but, and for those of you that want to stay and do the meditation, get your water. We'll do it in just a few minutes. Go get your water. But I've developed like an allergy to the latex or whatever is underneath the bra, like where you, underneath the bra, whatever the elastic is there, I've developed an allergy to it. And some of these bras I've had for a long, long time. So it's like, you know, it's not like it's new. Like when I used to travel a lot, I have to say, for those of you that live in Europe, you have the best selection of bras and underwear and stuff like that, way better than we get here in America. And whenever I would travel, I would always buy really nice bras, and they were expensive, especially if you are not, especially if you're a little bit more endowed. They're not inexpensive. Anyway, I've had them for a long time, so I've developed this allergy, and it's like, it's quite ridiculous. And you know, it's been going on for a couple of years, and so I used to never ever go anywhere, and I don't go anywhere without a bra, but I mean, normally I wouldn't even walk around my house without one. But because of this allergy, I do, you know, but I'm in my own house and there's nobody here. I mean, maybe my kids, but you know, there's nobody here. So for me, I don't know, you guys, it's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. It's like, and her response, yeah, I thought you knew. I thought you knew. And then when she informs me that I was wearing, because I didn't even remember that I was wearing those pants, because I have 3 pairs of them and they're all the same color. I didn't even, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you were wearing those when Dad was here. I thought that's why you sat down. I sat down because I didn't want to stand up talking to him in the driveway for 2 hours. And I was like, I kept trying to get him to leave. I kept saying, why don't you take her to dinner? And he wouldn't leave. So yeah, that's what's going on. Her grand called her to pick up in the middle of the night for a sleepover. And she was 15 when I got there. Oh no. That's horrible. Bed bugs are horrible. I've never had bed bugs. Only bra up when leaving the house. I hear you, Jane. Hi, Jude. And Jackie says it's the elastic breaking down. You have the same issue. Really, Jackie? So would I just need to get new ones and it'll be okay? Or is it just, I have new ones and I don't think I can wear them either. Joni, I do have some cotton ones, but they all have some sort of latex elastic in them. Oh my gosh, that would have been so traumatic, Lala. My papers are dancing. They are, because I told you guys I cannot be here without the fan on in this room. It's too hard. It's too hot. He left a brand new, ooh, your brother had bed bugs and he left a, I've never had that, thank God, knock on wood. Denise says, it's my boob body saying, hell no. No bra, no bra. Jackie says that's what she does. Okay, or put a piece of fabric. That's a good idea. Tracy, wear a bikini top. I could wear a bikini top. Hi, Miss Grizzle. Embrace the freedom. Embrace the freedom. You guys, this is my life. This is so ridiculous. I couldn't even, you guys, yesterday, I thought you knew. When my hottie came home last night, I told him about that, the pants, and I said, yeah, and she just kind of said, and I thought you knew, and he just laughed. He just thought it was hilarious. I was like, you know what, Jackie, I was thinking I was going to have to make myself new bras, and I haven't even, I could, but I haven't even ventured into it yet. They do have some really good groups on, for any of you that like to sew, they do have some really good groups on Facebook that that do the whole thing about making your own lingerie, making your own bras. And some of them are amazing. Oh, Malia, I don't. Good night, Lucinda. We love you. I have to check out Trust Bras. Okay. I can. Is that a brand? TRUSST. Cheryl says it's probably the thread they're sewing with. It could be. Good night, Lucinda. We love you. You know what? I would be freaked out too. Well, I might have done that. I saw you doing that. Valerie says, totally off topic. She says, I have no idea, but I thought after decades of not crocheting, I would pick up a needle and yarn and make myself a beanie. Is it coming out good? You had 2 S's, Jackie? All right, let me write that down because I won't remember. Write it again. Say it again, Jackie. TRUSST. Is that what it was? Okay, I'll look it up. I'll totally look it up. You've been doing the same 5 rows for the past 5 days? Oh, Valerie, I crochet. I haven't crocheted in a long time. I'll look it up. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. One of my kids wanted a granny square purse, and I thought I was going to make her one, but now she changed her mind, so I don't know. Jean says she grew up in the days when streaking was in, and she did that a lot. Oh, Jean, I love you. Can you imagine? The neighbors probably, like, you guys have seen me, like, I live in a really conservative neighborhood, and I've been running down the road. It sounds like an architectural decide you guys are crazy. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, Jean, I love you. Oh, thanks, Jude. Barefoot and naked. Well, I don't wear shoes. I mean, I do have, so that's the other thing is all my kids have basically the same size foot I do. And now, like, when I go to leave, I don't have any, you know, we call them slippers here, flip-flops, but I don't have them there. Like, somebody, I'm like, who took my slippers? It's like, I don't have any slippers, and, you know, it's like ridiculous. So, Val, when are you going to get to go? I saw your post today. When are you going to get to go? Are you going to get to go to Vegas soon? No bed bugs, Gina, no, right? Good night, Dania. We love you. All right, so for those of you that want to stay for the guided meditation, we'll do it soon. Grab a glass of water. And if you've never stayed for a guided meditation, first of all, everyone's welcome. And tonight's meditation will be on gratitude. I think we'll do a little bit of a gratitude. I don't know. We'll do whatever energy process comes. Okay, so aside from streaking in my neighborhood, aside from making candy trash and tin can earring and aluminum can earrings and coffee dyeing paper, I do energy work. And, you know, everything's energy. All life is energy. You know, everything is energy. And so I was speaking to a dear friend of mine the other day, and I said, I check in all the time and say, am I done? My hair, not yet. So, what you will, I mean, everybody can pipe in and say what they've experienced. What you will experience, I can tell you right now, is a little bit more peace in your body, personality, okay? And after the meditation, or even during the meditation, right? And you can come back and use this energy anytime, and the energy stays with you, okay? It's your energy, you guys. Somebody came in here one time and asked me, like, how did I learn it? Guys, I didn't learn it. I experienced it for myself, and I've just allowed myself to be open to it. I'm not saying that I don't experience other people's energy work. I do, and I love it. I'm sort of an energy junkie, I guess, if you can be that. Like, you know how like some people like certain things? Being in a high vibrational state is like the best for me. I feel the best. Yes, Jean says groups of people with positive energy make a world of difference. I totally agree. Yes, we're going to do the woo-woo. Our lovely sweet Susan named it that. So all you have to do to participate, and it's so simple, is just breathe and be present with yourself. And you know, sometimes my mind goes quiet and sometimes it doesn't. So don't judge yourself. Allow yourself to experience whatever you experience. It's like a gratitude practice. It does take practice. It's not like something, I mean, some people get it like this and it happens for them in a moment, and then other people it's longer. So don't judge yourself. And there's no right or wrong, and you receive what you need to receive. Okay? Everybody receives the same thing, but you receive what you need to receive. And that's just how it works. So get your water. If some of you want energized water, somebody asked me, like, why energized water? Okay, so you don't have to. Some people just enjoy it. Some people, just like some people like crystals or whatever. Have you ever seen anybody that likes to, you know, like meditate or likes to surround their house with candlelight or, you know, crystals and stuff like that? It's something similar as far as like, you know, it's all in what your comfort zone is. The water, I find for me, energized water is always good. And your body is mostly made up of water, so it just kind of goes along with that. You own a lot of crystals? Oh, cool. I used to. Living where I live now, I don't. I kind of live in a, if you've ever been to the Hawaiian Islands, they have their own mana, their own energy. And the island that I'm on, the island of Maui, the energy is very, it suits me the best. It's very high. Kauai actually has probably the highest energy. I don't know. Val can speak to that. I've been there many times. But you have to, you know, you live and you do what suits you. But I don't have a lot of crystals here. Not because I don't want them. Because I told you I moved here with nothing. And moved here with just a few suitcases and some jewelry supplies and my kids. And then I accumulated a few more things. And then I moved off for 6 months, and then I let go of everything again, and then I moved back. I've been here almost 10 years. Sans the 6 months a couple years ago. What am I making? These are just painty papers. I'm going to cut them up and put them in, use them in my collage work. These are just painty. These are just painty papers. They're just, I'm going to cut them up and put them in my journaling efforts and my artwork. They're actually going to go on my Christmas cards. So if you tune back in. Jean says, just rocks work. Anything from the earth. Jean, you're right. You're absolutely right. Totally, totally, totally. All right, so everybody get your water, and we're going to start. I would appreciate a thumbs up. And if you just want to listen, you can. You don't have to participate in any other way. You can just listen. You can do this work with your eyes open or your eyes closed. Either way, it doesn't matter. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Just breathe. That's it. That's all you have to do. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna boot my kids off the internet really quick, because that way sometimes the energy work can knock us off the internet too. It happens, but it's not going to tonight. So just give me 1 second. Can you guys log off for a few minutes? I'm gonna do my meditation. We're not using the internet. Okay, well, somebody is. All right. So all you need to do to get started is to inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Yeah, Val's giving you guys a disclaimer. She says, however, never take any rocks from Hawaii. So true. I've had friends that visit and they take them and then they mail them back to me. So you can do this work with your eyes open or your eyes closed. You can do it sitting up or lying down. Do what works for you, okay? So let's get started. Trace says her daughter practices that, and she's just weird. I hear you. So inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Receive and release. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in a column of light. When you look up, you can't see the end, and when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light to go deep, deep, deep into the earth. Give your column of light the instructions, heart of the earth. And with that, your energy is right there, deep in the heart of the earth. Allow your column of light to anchor itself in the heart of the earth. I image big tree roots growing deep, far, and wide with every inhale and every exhale. Let's ask the earth to bless us with her energy. I see this energy like beautiful golden light. But you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful golden light energy rising up through your column of light, filling your feet and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips. Filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist, your heart. Feel it pouring through your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your neck and throat, your face and head, and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to the earth. Now focus on the column of light above your head and give it the direction, heart of creation, heart of the central sun, heart of the divine, in whatever form you choose. Give your column of light those same roots in the top of your head, above your head, as you did below your feet. Give your column of light permission to anchor itself in the heart of the cosmos, in the heart of creation energy. Let's ask this beautiful angelic realm, this beautiful heart of creation, this beautiful cosmic connection to bless us with this energy. I see this energy like beautiful silvery diamonds, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful cosmic energy pouring through your column of light, mixing with your light and the beautiful gold earth energy, and spreading 6 feet in all directions. Feel it filling your head, your face, your neck and throat, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest and back, your waist, your lower abdomen, and the base of your spine. And feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and out the bottom of your feet, expelling any and all excess deep into the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to the earth and to the cosmos. Now I'd like you to focus on the point of light where you connect to the heart of the earth. And on the inhale, all you need to do is breathe in and receive the energy of divine gratitude, divine bliss, and divine joy. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Receive divine bliss, divine joy, divine gratitude. Receive in love. One more time. Receive in love. Focus 6 feet below your feet. Breathe in. Receive divine gratitude, divine bliss, and divine joy. Receive in love. 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 Focus 1 foot below your feet. Breathe in and receive divine gratitude, divine bliss, divine joy, and receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on the base of your spine. Receive divine love, divine bliss, divine gratitude, divine joy. Receive in love. 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 Focus on your lower abdomen. Receive divine gratitude, divine bliss, divine love, divine joy. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your waist, on your solar plexus. Receive divine gratitude, divine love, divine joy, divine bliss. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your heart. Open a window here. Allow yourself to release anything that no longer works for you. Receive divine gratitude, divine bliss, divine joy. Receive in love. 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 Focus on your throat. Receive divine gratitude, love, bliss, joy. Receive in love. 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 Focus on the center of your forehead. Receive divine gratitude, divine love, divine bliss. Receive in love. Focus on the top of your head. Receive divine bliss, divine gratitude, divine joy. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 1 foot above your head. Receive divine gratitude, divine love, divine bliss. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 6 feet above your head. Receive divine gratitude, divine love, divine bliss. Receive in love. Focus 6 feet above your head. Receive divine love, bliss, gratitude. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus where you meet in the center of creation. Heart of the central sun, the heart of creator creation energy. The heart of the divine. Focus where your roots are. Receive divine gratitude, divine love, divine bliss, divine joy. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Put one hand on your heart and one on your water. Tell me when you feel this. I want you to think about whoever you'd like to bring in. Include where you live. You can pick the elements too, the water, the earth, animal kingdom, plant kingdom, mineral kingdom, your ancestors. Anything and anyone that comes to mind. Include your pets, your coworkers. Especially include people you have difficult time with. Anyone that you know that's ill. Anyone that could use a boost. Receive and give. Receive this energy and give it. Receive and give. Receive and give. I'd like you to focus on an infinity symbol. See it starting in the heart of creation, the heart of the central sun, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the heart of the earth, crossing back through your heart and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the divine, the heart of the earth, the heart of the central sun. And on the exhale, give back love to the heart of the earth, the heart of the central sun, and the heart of the divine in whatever form works for you. Ready? Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. One more time. Receive and give. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. And feel free to share anything you'd like. There's no right or wrong. Sorry, I had to get up in the middle of it and go shut the door. My neighbor decided at 7 o'clock at night to, whatever, run some jackhammer. Hi, Therese. Love you. I miss Ussie, Mom. I think that should have given you all a boost of positivity. A boost of positivity. You can come back and listen to this energy work as many times as you like. The energy stays very present there. Hi, Maria. How are you, my dear? It is early for you. You're welcome, Gail. It is early for you. I love your pictures, Maria, where you shared the coffee. I love it. You know me, I love my coffee. Although I'm not having any today. I'm having some water today. So feel free to share anything that you'd like. Anything. There's no right or wrong. Woo, woo, woo. Jean, you're so funny. You're funny. Feel free to share anything. You could, like we all experience something different, I always do. Tracy says bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Oh, good for you. We're all in a different, even though we all receive the same thing, depending upon where we are is what we experience. There's no right or wrong. No right or wrong. You got a sharp pain in the top of your head. Make sure your roots are open at the top above your head, and make sure your roots are open in the bottom of your feet. Heart vibes? Oh, good. Gail, do you still have that feeling? You're welcome, Muddy Doll. Do you still have the pain? It went away. So, I just walk you through some points, but, your body is filled with all these energy centers. And sometimes, while we were doing the work, you felt that joy while you were receiving the energy. Some people experience earth energy like that. And love you, Scotty. Love you, girl. Miss you. Been missing you, girl. And I'm sorry I haven't been over to the other streams you're in. I've been kind of crazy. Maria says morning coffee, crafting, and woo-woo are her medicine. Girl, me too. So the Earth's energy, it means you're really connecting deep into the core of the Earth. The Earth's energy can be experienced as very warm, as very hot, and that's really great. Sometimes what happens is we shut ourselves off and we don't allow ourselves to be really grounded in there. You had a little laugh because you kept seeing the hole. Oh my gosh, Jean, I know, me and my pants hole. This guy's ridiculous. I should have saved the pants to show you how big the hole actually was, but I cut them up because I like the fabric so much. It's this linen fabric from India. Anyway, so when we ground ourselves, sometimes we experience a lot of stress when we're not grounded. And so when you're going through particularly, like I had a particularly stressful, not with the hole in the pants thing, but before that with some stuff I had to do yesterday. So I just grounded myself. You're sorry, my kids aren't coming in, Grace, but you're still waiting for me. Well, they may still go, Maria, but evidently something with ever the company he worked with or was working with was having some setback or something. I didn't understand. They also have another affiliate other places, but I'm sure that it's still on their bucket list of places to go. I'm definitely coming though, so don't you worry. So when you're going through something particularly stressful, if you ground yourself, you make sure your roots are in the earth and just breathe in that energy, you can really relieve a lot of stress. The heat can come from that, come from the opening of that. Oh, love you, Liz. The heat can come from that. Just make sure your roots are deep down there, Joy, and then make sure the roots above your head in the cosmos. Or I always like to say the heart of the central sun, just because it gives you a really vivid image, you know, of a big sun radiating light and anchoring yourself there. So many people feel that heat coming from the earth, and then many people, the moment you connect to the cosmos or you connect to that central sun energy, could feel cold, could feel cool, or cold energy, cooler energy. So a lot of times it comes because your energy centers are opening up, and that is a good thing. That is a really good thing, because it's like having a window open and getting fresh air. So for your chakras, when you shut yourself down, and we do emotionally for whatever reason, we don't even need to go back and rehash why, you know, when you shut yourself down, we get disconnected, we can't receive what we need. You know, our bodies are self-healing, and you can heal yourself from anything just simply by connecting to the earth and asking for that to happen for yourself. I mean, some of us, you know, we've created so much baggage for ourselves, it takes a little bit longer than others, but I've seen people create miracles in their lives just by simply grounding their energy into the earth, connecting on a deep level in nature and stuff like that. I'm glad you stuck it out. I'm glad all of you guys stuck it out. You know, there's no right or wrong, and we all are right where we need to be, and based on, you know, you do have your own choice. So if you want to grow exponentially, you can ask for that. You can ask for that growth, but I always advise you to ask for it easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably. Easy, effortless, and enjoyable. We're here, you know, Earth is a school. The Earth is a school. You know, it's a mystery school. Ask for your lessons easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably. Anybody else want to share anything? See, sometimes I think when you share, what happens is other people are experiencing it, but they don't, you know, it's like sitting in a classroom with a bunch of people and nobody wants to say what they're experiencing. Do you know what I mean? So you can say it. Just say it. Say, this is what's going on with me, or whatever. No right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. It is just an experience. It's not, there's nothing right or wrong about it. You know, no right or wrong. This is mystery school for sure, this Earth, I'm telling you. You know, it's definitely a mystery school. We are all students. Jean is right. We are all students. We are all students in this planet, in this beautiful planet. We're all students here. So I think that it's a good thing to ask your questions, because I bet you somebody else is having a similar experience and just hasn't put it into words. We're totally all students. Are you kidding? I learn every single day. Some days maybe not so easily effortless and enjoyable. But I'm working on that too. Sorry, she was writing. Trace said she was writing out post-its to use her water for 2-cup manifestation. Oh, good for you, Mama. So last week we kind of talked about intention and attention. And, you know, sometimes, so I don't like trying to freak you guys out too much, but sometimes when I'm in this space with you, I go blank. The energy's so strong that I just go blank. Like I can't hold a real thought. And so what I wanted to say about it, because I don't know if I was very clear last week, is when you want to, because Tracy mentioned manifesting, that's what made me think about it. So you want to manifest something, you put your intention out there. So whatever it is, like better health, or maybe you want to live more prosperously, or you want to, it could be something tangible. Like I remember one time I needed a car. Okay, this is a long time ago. I needed a car. I was living in New York, upstate New York, and we used to live in New York City, and then we moved to upstate New York, and anyway, we only had one car. And my husband had a job, and I had kids, and it was like I was having to drive his butt to work, and it was just like we just bought a house. It was all this stuff. I was having to drive him to work, where we used to live in New York City, and you could take public transportation. I was having to drive him to work, and we were shuffling this one car and just having a really difficult time, and I didn't want to go into debt and buy a brand new car, and you know, it was all those things. So we just bought a house, and ridiculousness. Anyway, so I put in my intention that I wanted a car, a second car. And I also put into my intention that I wanted it to come to me easily, effortlessly, enjoyably. Okay? And then I just put my attention on it. Anytime it came up, I would just see myself, and this car was coming to me easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably, right? So my intention was I needed a second car. My attention went on the car easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably. And I saw myself not having to drive my husband to work anymore. I saw him driving himself. Okay, that's what I saw. I saw him driving himself. Saw myself like just driving the kids to school and not having all that. And I had a gallery at the time. I had opened a little art gallery in upstate New York, where I lived at the time. And I go in the next day, or I don't know, maybe I had said it to myself, and then I went in and, oh, I love you, Trace. I'm glad. And I barely opened up my store, and one of the artists that used to have his work in my gallery, or something, you know, he still did, you know, it rotated. He knocked on the door, and he's like, you know, I want to take you for coffee. And I was like thinking, I just opened, you know, like that's really poor business, right? That's poor business practice. So I said to him, and my intuition said, go. So I put the closed sign on and shut the door, whatever, and I went down the street, and I had coffee with him. And he said, oh, he goes, you can say no. He said, but it came to me that you might want, he goes, I was thinking about it this morning, and I couldn't, you kept coming to my mind, and I know this is a very awkward situation or whatever, but I don't know, but anyway, he handed me keys to a car, and he said his partner, unfortunately, had passed away. And he said, I want you to have this car. He goes, we love you, and you know, Bob loved you, and I love you, and I want you to have this car. He goes, it's not a new car, but it doesn't have a lot of miles on it, and it's paid for, and you know, and I don't need 2 cars. And it was our car here upstate, and they had a house in the city too. And so he handed me the keys to this car. And so my intention was that I needed, you know, I saw myself joyfully driving my children to school and joyfully driving myself to my gallery, but not having to, you know, drive my husband, whatever it was, 45 minutes each way to work and then go do my day. I mean, I was having to get up super early just because we only had one car at that moment. And I wanted it to manifest easily, effortlessly, enjoyably, and in love, you know, all those positive things. So, I know we were talking about manifesting last week and that sort of thing. So, I'm just putting it out there to you. So, I don't know, because Trace mentioned manifesting, so I'm just putting it out there to you. Easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably in manifesting what you need in your life. Put your intention out there to receive it. And then put your attention on it. Doesn't mean beat it over the head. It just means whenever it comes up to you in your mind, when you focus on it, focus on receiving it in love, receiving it in gratitude, and then it comes to you easily. Adidal, my whole life has been like that. My whole life has been like that. My whole life. My whole life. Easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably. And Jean says sometimes she carries around her intentions so she can keep her attention on it. I hear you. But sometimes, like, we put things out there and we put it out there, and then what we're really focusing on is the want or the lack of, instead of like I could have been saying, I want a car, right? And so I'm focusing on the want. Want. So focusing on the want is never the receiving of it. So for me, that's how it works for me. Everybody has a I'm just sharing with you whatever, you know. You guys, I don't know why I share what I share. Like I said, I keep tuning in and I keep hearing, keep going. So I'm here every week. You guys support each other. I don't know who all has Etsy shops or what have you, but I know some of you do, and I know that buying from somebody you know and care about goes so far, you know. So if you guys have, you know, Etsy shops and stuff like that, make sure you make videos about it and let people know. We're getting close to the holiday time, and I know other people want to support you too. And it would feel great, right, to have a piece of treasure. Like if you're going to spend $20 on yourself, to have spent those $20 on someone else. No, I love you. Easily, effortlessly, and enjoyable works for me. Easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably. You know, this year has been I could say the past 2 years have been a tremendous source of growth for me in a way that I never thought that I would experience. Like the identification, like we identify with things so much. I mean, how many of you guys identify with things, or identify with a job, or identify with a role, right? I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a partner, I'm a whatever it is that we identify with. Good night, Gail, we love you. So for me, this past year has been, or actually 2 years has been so amazing, from the fact that I've just been able to focus, or just had my own self-growth come through my own self-awareness of letting go of that for me. I'm not saying it's true for everybody. You know, we all are here in a different, as Jean says, we're all in school here, you know, we're all learning. But the biggest thing that I've learned about myself, or learned for myself, is to honor and love myself more deeply in a more conscious way. And I hope you guys all do that too. I mean, some of you may. I mean, it's a lifelong lesson, and I'm not always up on it. Like, sometimes I'm, you know, really critical of myself. But loving myself just as I am, just in my own space, and without the identification of the mother, the partner, the business thing. It's been a transition. I won't say it's all easy, but I've been focusing. When I focus on easy, effortless, enjoyable, it comes that way. When I focus other, it comes that way. Good night, Jean. Good night. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for your wisdom and your love and your kindness. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I'm going to have to open my patio door too, because the cat's meowing. Can you hear? Because she usually goes in and out of my bedroom door, which is a sliding glass door outside. But when the neighbors decided he was going to, I don't know, jackhammer or something, it was ridiculous. You know, I always love that, especially because when it happens like right before we're going to do meditation. Hey, Tanya. Well, this week, Trace's learning to love ourselves has been through one of the toughest lessons thus far on this journey. I hear you, Mama. I hear you. You know what? I try to think of it this way, and I don't know if this will help you, but I try to remember that I'm only love, and that I'm just remembering that. Like, I'm just reminding myself, right? I'm just reminding myself that I'm only love, and I'm just reminding myself that I'm only love, and I'm returning to that love. Well, I love you girls. This week, let's see. Okay, tomorrow night, Stacy Pink Poodle Crafters is going to do her mixed media mashup. And Thursday in the daytime at 2:30 Eastern Time, Aunt Beck is going to do her quilting bee, or her sewing project. So go over and hang out. Even if you don't sew, it's like kind of fun group of things and people to do. On Thursday, we have Miss Elizabeth Brewer, our Scrappin' Lizzie. I don't know exactly what time, but if you are subscribed to her channel and click the bell button, you may find it. Hi, Amy. Let's see. Friday, I don't know who else is on Thursday. If somebody else is on Thursday, I may not remember. Friday, I'll be back on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We also have the Mary Attier, Maridel Abrams, and she'll be on. She comes on at least a half an hour, maybe even an hour before I do. Also, Stacy from Pink Poodle Crafters will be doing her Patreon stream on Friday as well. We have our Jessica Rapp, 2 Silver Oranges, and if you subscribe to her channel, she streams bunches of different times. Sometimes she does impromptu streams, and she's always fun. I know she streams on Sundays as well. We also have our lovely Carla Cage Fish that I love very much, and she streams on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern too. I think Jess streams Sundays at 5 or 6. And I'm sure I missed a few others of you that stream, but that's just all that's coming to the top of my head. Just thought I'd finish. Usually I don't do any more art after the woo-woo, but I just thought since I had one lone page here, that I would do one lone page of I'd have one lone Painty paper. Know that I love you guys, and I'm wishing you all the best, and I'm hoping that you guys are kind and gentle with yourselves, and I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I hope that you all have time to be creative, and join me on the journaling process. It's actually fun. I mean, I'm having a good time. So come join me. You may enjoy it too. You may enjoy it. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you, all the people that moderated tonight. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, for, as always, for showing up and hanging out with me and being my crafty peeps. And as always, from my heart to your heart, I'm always sending you guys so much aloha. So I'll see you on Friday, if I don't see you before then, in somebody else's stream. All right, my lovelies. Thanks for hanging out with me. Good night, you guys. Big, huge hugs. Good night. Night, Trace. Night, Lynn. Night, Joy. Night, Miss Salty Mom. Night, everyone.